Shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings to all you brethren out there teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. It's Brother Dama Agabar here from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. And I was reading this article from Natural News titled, Leading Banker Says UK Soon to Introduce Super App That Will Combine Digital ID, Financial Data into the Ultimate Control Tool. Which, as we teach here constantly here at Great Millstone, we know that all roads, will eventually lead to the M.O.T.B, which is the mark of the beast, all right, which is the implantable C-hip that will be, inserted inside of your body. And all different tools and different apps like these things is just all a form of gradualism that we know will eventually lead to your digital ID, your financial data, your biometric data will all be eventually all inserted inside of your C-hip, and there will be, there's a thing called the Internet of Bodies. If you don't know what that is, you should give it a Google and look up the information as far as dealing with that term, which is basically where all, your information, your CBDCs, your driver's licenses, your passports, all identifying information about you will no longer be folded and put it in a wallet in your back pocket, but it will be inserted inside of you, and you'll be able to be scanned and read and identified in real time every single place where you go. All right. And it will have your CBDCs, which will be your future form of money. It will have your social credit score on there. It'll have all of your updated jump shots and all things that, this digital system will need to have upon you and to monitor you and watch you and track you in real time. All right. But little, things like this are just a gradual form of the eventual end game, which is the C-hip. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this article and drop one precept, and I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna make this too long, but this is just further showing you where things are headed. It says a top banker says that the United Kingdom is preparing to launch what he described as a super app that will combine a person's digital ID with their financial data in a matter that privacy advocates and libertarians say will be used to control the population. In which we know the ultimate form of this will be the C-hip, because at the end of the day, things like this, apps and phones and, physical, digital, passports and IDs that go in your wallet, those all can be lost. Those can be cut up and chopped away and not used. And you can, basically be walking around and be not identifiable. But in the near future, when all of this shit is implanted inside of your C-hip, man, it's there's nowhere where you can go where you can't be identified, traced, and tagged, and your identity can be revealed. All right, you won't have any personal, privacy, man. Everything about you is going to be open and scannable and readable. You see. And it's dealing on every single person, individual basis. It says UK Finance Chairman Bob Wigley has predicted the development of a super app that he claims will serve as a one-stop shop for a person's financial digital identity. You see, the app would be capable of storing a person's important financial information such as credit scores, ratings, and know your customer data. The idea ultimately, basically this is how every slave in the New World Order will be branded, is with your C-hip, which is like a cattle brand, all right, which people can know. When you see a cattle that's branded, it identifies ownership. All right. It says the idea is that having all of this information in one place would simplify the process of accessing financial services and improve the speed and accuracy of credit decisions. Yeah. So imagine if everybody is C-hipped, that would make it, simplify the process, because everywhere you go, you can't pull that. Oh, I don't have my ID. I left my ID at home. Who are you? Let me see your ID. You can be identified in real time just with just a swipe or a scan of a scanner, man. You see, and everything about you will be known. You can't lie to them. You can't keep any secrets. You can't, there won't be no information that can't be, known about you that you can hide or lie about. If one scam, boot, they'll know everything about you. They're going to have travel restrictions in the future to where you can't be in a specific place if you're not given the permission or the access to do these things, man. You see, it's a total slave system. All right. And this app is just the gradual step into the final, chipping. It said the development of a super app could also help to reduce the risk of fraud and increase security for users' financial information, he says. You see, Wigley also says that the proposed super app for a person's financial digital identity would be similar to the UK's government's NHS health app, which carries an individual's health data. You see, because all these things are going to be put up on your chip. Like I said, these are just steps that they're taking to get the people comfortable and familiar with this type of technology until it's embedded within you. It says, although the NHS app initially faced opposition, it gained popularity during the C19er. Yeah. And he suggests that the banking sector is taking note of the success of the NHS app and is considering the launch of a similar app for storing individuals' financial data, which would make it easier for people to access financial services and improve the efficiency of credit decisions. The outlet noted further, you see, which these, all of these companies, they know exactly what the end game is, all right? So they're presenting all these different ideas and these different apps as if it's just, something that they just randomly came up with. Oh, we had a great idea. We're going to do it like this now. They know eventually where all roads lead down to, which is the C-hip, man. All right. Like I said, this is just gradualism. This is just, softening the landing to when they ultimately tell you, look, the only option you're going to have in the near future is to take this thing. It says this will be the year that we finally persuade the banking system that we need an economic digital identity system, just like the NHS app. Remember, like I said, look up the Internet of Things, the Internet of Bodies, man. You see, Wigley said at the new Digital Asset and Money Symposium in London, the financial app will be personal and attached to each citizen as we need a wider, fully digital economic identity program, you see, which shows you that the M.O.T.B is going to be on a each individual citizen basis, man. It's not going to be some big nations and small nations and embargoes and all of these things. Hey, each individual person, just how they're presenting this app will have to have it. Hey, each individual person in the future will have to be tagged with that C-hip, man. You see, it will soon be something each person would carry with them, and they could then connect it to any platform or financial institution they operate with, such as banks and insurance firms, and grocery stores, and every other form of the, of this new world order system, man. All right. If you want your CBDC, hey, it's going to be on your C-hip. Your driver license information will be on your C-hip. You want to do this, you want to do that, you want to show identity, you want to have access to a particular thing, is all going to be inside of you, not in your back pocket or in your purse or on a debit card or on an app. All right. You will eventually become the QR code in the app, It says he explains further, adding that if governments do not implement the app, the big tech behemoths will. In an era of increasing technological advancements, digital privacy has become a significant concern for individuals, governments, and businesses alike. With the vast amounts of personal information shared online and through digital platforms, the risk of privacy breaches and cyber attacks is ever present. While digital technology has revolutionized the way we live, work, and interact, it has also exposed us to risks that were previously unknown. The digital age has given us the convenience of instant communication and access to a wealth of information. However, it also opened up opportunities for cyber, and that's how I was going to push it. Oh, the cyber criminals, this, that, and the third. We have a foolproof plan now. Oh, there we go. It says another significant concern of digital privacy is the use of surveillance technology by governments and law enforcement agencies, a phenomenon that has increased exponentially with the past couple of decades, especially with the advent of the Internet of Things. Yeah. With the proliferation of CCTV cameras, facial recognition software, and other surveillance tools, individuals' privacy is at risk of being compromised. Well, in the future, they're going to just have all that inside of you, man. You see? Right, it's the Internet of Things, which is everywhere. This is why everything is becoming digital. Everything is becoming, it's coming digitalized, man. And eventually, your digital IDs and your digital wallets will be in that same platform. It says critics argue that the use of such technologies has the potential to infringe on civil liberties, enabling the government to monitor and track citizens without their knowledge or consent. Well, what the hell do you think the MOT is going to be? You know, but they're, that's the end goal of it. But they're presenting it as if that's not what they're trying to do. But like I said in the previous video I just did, you can't trust this damn devil, man. Whatever he tells you is inverted. It's going to be the opposite of what that is. And this whole beast system, M.O.T.B, and the C-hipping is created just for that very purpose, man. All right. There will be no privacy. There will be no private ownership. You will own nothing, and you will be happy, man. You will eat the bugs. All right. You will have a control grid surrounded around you each and every day, man. You will be told how far you can travel and if you can't travel. You will be told where you can spend your money and where you can't spend your money. All right. This is the end game of everything. All right. It says enabling the government to monitor and track citizens without their knowledge or consent. They're doing that already anyway with your cell phones. It says there is also the fact that such technologies that are used to target anyone is also leading to discriminatory practices and human rights abuses. The super app is just another method for elite to control the masses and should be roundly rejected. Well, that app is, it does have that ability, but what if you just throw your phone in the trash? Or what if the app that whatever whatever that app platform is on that you're using it, you just happen to just throw it away and never use it again. And then therefore, hey, that's that. But in the future, what they're going to do is this. They're going to put this type of technology within you, man. All right. Unless you want to chop your hand off or, cut your hand open and dig that thing out of you in order to, not be in the system, then that's what you're going to have to do. But a lot of people are not going to be willing to do that, because once you take this thing, hey, you're in it for the long haul, right? And this is Revelations 13:16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You see just how they're, they're creating these apps. It's the same thing. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond over there in the UK that want to use that type of, to have access to that technology and to that digital wallet agenda. You're going to have that app. Like I said, it's based on each individual citizen having that app so that you could interact with it and use it and buy and sell with it. Well, it's going to be the same in the future with the M.O.T.B, but in this instance, it's going to be inside of you. So like I said, that whole little super app is just a gradual step into the ultimate the end game, which is the C-hip. It says that receive a mark, which is the charagma, that thing inserted in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. Yeah, so you're not going to be able to buy or sell or interact or, interact within the systems of that society. Like I said, you're not going to be able to, get an apartment. You're not going to be able to get on a train. You're not going to be able to go to the grocery store unless you're totally linked in with the system. And you're going to have the C-hip in order to interact with that infrastructure that's being built so that things can run smoothly, so that you can buy or sell. Or get this or have that or drink this or eat that, It says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 300. His number is 600, 6. And when you go into that size chi stigma, that stigma, which is the C-hip, is part of that number, which is that hip, that C-hip going inside of you, man. So as you can see, man, hey, we're not ignorant, man. We see where everything is going. And these different apps and the Internet of Bodies is just a gateway leading into the ultimate C-hipping and enslavement of humanity. And those that take it, the judgment. You will be destroyed in the presence of the Lamb and the holy angels, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, you were warned. Be not ignorant, man, and know what the ultimate end game is, and see, the gradualism and the steps that this devil is taking to lead you people ultimately into this trap and snare known as the M.O.T.B. So, hey, until the next one, shalom.